So that's it. That's how we met from my point of view. I love her to pieces. I will admit to that, and hopefully she's with me for the rest of my life. Love you, Jean. Hi, this is Jason, Jean's other half. This video is about how I met Jean in Dubai. So without further ado, off we go. Now, when I first met Jean, I'd been working in Dubai for quite a while. I'd been in a previous relationship that had broken up, not very well. So I spent a few months doing the typical English person thing of going out, getting drunk, enjoying myself too much. But I realised that wasn't what I was really looking for. So I thought, you know, I'm looking for a real, true relationship. It's time for me to settle down. Now, what I did do was I went on to some of the local websites predominantly, and this is how I found Jean. We met up on there, we hit it off quite well, but because I didn't want to do the long distance thing, it was good that she was local, and also I didn't want to do lots of messaging, we'll get to meet each other eventually. So very quickly it moved from online to telephone, and very quickly from telephone to arranging to meet her. I particularly fell for Jean when we were actually on the telephone. She's got a lovely voice on the phone, and it did it for me. So that was a winner. Now, we found that we'd had similar experiences with previous partners, so we were both looking for a similar kind of things. We had a similar outlook on life. It made it quite easy that Jean was in Dubai. She's got great English. So we spoke a lot on the telephone, and then decided to meet up. This was a little bit more difficult as my mum was visiting Dubai, so I had to mix my time between spending it with my mum, who was over on holiday, and starting to meet up with Jean. So eventually the time came. We decided, well, she didn't make it easy, but the time did come, and we decided to meet up. So on the day that we met up, I came round and picked her up from where she lives, and lo and behold, when she walked down the drive to the car, I was so relieved. She actually looked like her profile picture. If you've done a lot of internet, if you've been on the internet, you'll know it isn't always the case. Now, when she got in the car, it felt so comfortable. It felt like we'd known each other for a very long time, even though we'd only spoke on the phone for really a matter of days. Now, on that evening, we went out up Al Qudra to a place called Last Exit, which is an eating place out on the desert. We got a little bit worried because genuinely I was low on fuel, so we got up there, didn't really like the look of what was on offer, and went to my favourite place afterwards, which is Jumeirah Islands Club. Had a lovely meal. If you're in Dubai, I recommend it. It's nice, it's relaxed. Grab yourself a steak sandwich. They are absolutely spot on. So we had a lovely time at Jumeirah Islands Club, and then when that closed, we didn't want to part at that point. So we had to drive down onto the Palm, spent a bit longer together, then I drove her home back to where she lives. So we saw each other a couple more times after that, and then with my mum being over in Dubai, I was going to take her up to a place called Hatta, up in the mountains for the day, a nice place called Hatta Dam. Now, I suggested to Jean, you know, come out with us for the day, come and enjoy yourself, you'll enjoy it, you get to meet my mum, she's a nice person, and let's go for it. she wasn't over keen at the time, but one of her friends, I think, told her, you know, what have you got to waste? So off we went up to Hatta, spent a nice time up at the dam, and then we went through a few of the other little heritage village, and a few other bits and pieces. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. In fact, my mum turned round and said, "That girl is falling for you big time," which made me feel really happy, because I liked her too, and I still do, obviously. So we had that wonderful day in Hatta, dropped her back off in her home, and decided to carry on seeing each other, as you do. Obviously things were going very well. Now again, we're taking my mum on a trip to Abu Dhabi, down towards the mosque and a few other bits and pieces down there, and my mum suggested bringing Jean along. So I asked, she decided to come along, and we had a really, really good day. Now, one of the funny things that Jean told me later happened was, being a single man at the time, or in the dating scene at the time, there were a few other people that were trying to contact me, and she saw a text, I believe, came through on the phone, or a message of some kind of thing, and I think it sort of bucked her ideas up, and then she realised how much she liked me at that point. Really, from then on, we're sort of inseparable. We had an absolutely wonderful time. She gets on really, really well with my mum, and one of the things that I like about Jean is she remembers all occasions. She's very, very sweet, and I'm terrible at remembering anniversaries and birthdays and stuff like that. She is absolutely fantastic. It came to Mother's Day. Mum was still out in Dubai at the time, and Jean made me look very, very bad. She'd gone out that day, bought my mum flowers, bought her some earrings, a card, and I sort of forgot. But Mum was really, really pleased. She thought, yeah, she's a good one. So that was good. And even to the point of the day before my mum was going back to Dubai, back to the UK, she took her out and took her to a beautician's and treated her, and did a few nice things. Now, I really love the fact of how Jean is. She doesn't ask for anything. She never has done. She's super intelligent, and when she puts her mind to something, she does it. Which you know, I can't really ask for much more. She's not a chismosa. She keeps away from that side of the culture, and she doesn't tantrum too much, which is a bonus. I don't know, she knows I don't go for that kind of thing. So it's been good. It was really good how it's set up, and the relationship has just gone from strength to strength. She came over to the UK after I've returned here on holiday, and got on well with absolutely everybody, my friends, my family. Everyone loves her, and hopefully in the not too near future she'll be moving over here for good. Can't wait. So that's it. That's how we met from my point of view. I love her to pieces, I will admit to that, and hopefully she's with me for the rest of my life. Love you, Jean. Okay, please like and give the channel a thumbs up, give her plenty of love, subscribe if you haven't. She enjoys YouTube. She loves doing the live with you guys, I know, so share the love. Okay then, thank you.